Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this October the 26th, 2023. I'm hoping everybody's having a great Thursday out there so far. Everybody has a great Thursday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in today's video, we're going to be talking about the forecast for Friday and Saturday. Also, we're going to take a look at the weather radar across the nation. Also, we're going to take a look at the watches, warning, advisory map for your locating across the nation. Also, we're going to take a look at the Storm Prediction Center overview and a few other products they offer. And also, we're going to take a look at the National Hurricane Center. The remnants of Tammy has a 30% chance of possibly regenerating back into a tropical cyclone in the early next week. So we'll continue to monitor that as well. And if you're a new viewer and have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to it today. Smash that subscribe button before you leave this video. And also, if you like my weather forecast content, also smash that subscribe button for me as well. Also, if you know anybody that would want to join the Mike Bass Weather Forecast channel, send them my way. Love to have them also as well. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get the show on the road there, folks. And we got some weather to discuss in this video. So let's go ahead and get the show on the road there, folks. Alright, as you can see here, we got quiet conditions over much of Canada, back through southeast, southern, and southwestern portion of Canada. Also back into Washington, Oregon, California, Gulf of California, much of Mexico as well. Also through New Mexico, Arizona, all the way over toward Kansas, Nebraska, back up toward Minnesota, through the Dakotas, back into Montana as well. Dry conditions over portion of New Brunswick, down into portion of Nova Scotia, through eastern Maine, down toward Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, all the way down through Delaware, all the way through the Carolinas, back into port of southeast Louisiana, back down toward the Florida Keys, also the Bahamas, and also into Cuba as well. We have some snow falling over here in port of Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming, also back over in North Dakota, Minnesota, and southern Canada. We have some mixed precipitation falling over in port of Colorado, Utah, Wyoming, also Nebraska, and South Dakota. Same up here in Minnesota, back up here around northern Michigan, northern Wisconsin, and also into southern Canada around the Great Lakes region as well. Alright, we got shower and thunderstorm activity over northern Mexico through Texas all the way back into the Great Lakes region as well, including Wisconsin, Michigan, back over toward Toronto, Canada, Montreal, and also Ottawa, Canada. Also in the northern New York State, back into Maine, and also in the port of New Brunswick as well. In the red slashed area down there in Texas and Oklahoma, some flash flooding and heavy rain is possible. All of this is for your Friday. Alright. Now let's take a look at your Saturday forecast. We still got quiet conditions over much of Canada, extending from the southeast, south, and southwestern areas of Canada through Washington, Oregon State, far eastern portion of Montana. Montana back into Minnesota, also back down toward California, Gulf of California through Arizona, portion of New Mexico, also down into portions of much of northern and central Mexico as well. Also quiet conditions extending from Louisiana all the way to the Florida Keys, Bahamas, also Cuba as well, to the Carolinas, back up toward Delaware, all the way back up to Maine, also in the portion of New Brunswick, and also into the Nova Scotia region of Canada as well. Alright, we got some mixed precipitation up around the Great Lakes, northern Michigan, through Wisconsin, through Iowa, all the way back down into portions of New Mexico, also back into Utah as well. In the northern Texas through Oklahoma and Kansas, there may be some freezing rain possible for you guys as well there. Also, we have some flash flooding and heavy rain possible in Oklahoma, back into portions of Arkansas, Missouri, and maybe southwestern Kentucky and northwest Tennessee. We got showers and storms down in much of Texas, also through Oklahoma, Missouri, back into Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, and portions of northwest Mississippi. Then we got shower activity over portions of Iowa through Wisconsin, also back into Michigan, southern Canada, up toward Toronto, Montreal, and also up toward Ottawa, Canada. Also through Vermont, New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, West Virginia as well, back down into portions of northeast Kentucky. And all of this activity is for your Saturday. Had to throw it in like that. And also we got snow flying from Wyoming also into portion of Wisconsin as well. Alright, let's move on to the weather radar now. I just had to throw that in there a little bit, throw a little humor in there. Alright, now we're going to take a little tour across the country here. We got a little bit of scattered activity over here in Washington State. Over towards Seattle, North Dakota, South Dakota. Most of this here is snow falling. Also, we got some shower activity down in portions of southeast Idaho. Same over here just west of Denver, Colorado. We got all the way from up here around the Great Lakes region, up here around Lake Huron, also back toward the Minneapolis, Minnesota region, Wisconsin area, down toward Milwaukee, all the way down toward Chicago, down toward St. Louis, Missouri, also over towards Columbus, Ohio. A little bit of scattered activity there just east of Detroit, north of Cleveland. I got some scattered showers and storms there, and also around Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, also into northern Pennsylvania. Also up here toward Ottawa, Canada, Montreal, you'll be getting some shower activity as well. A little bit of northern Maine, just a little bit west of Quebec, Canada as well. All right, let's move on down south here. As you can see here, we got showers and storms. Sending up here around Missouri, back into portion of Kentucky, through western Tennessee, just west of Memphis, all the way back down to San Antonio, Texas, just east of you guys, up just northwest of Houston. Some showers and storms there. And all this activity will continue to train off to the east, northeast. And so this here will slowly move to the east. This here is just barely crawling to the east here. And so it'll be a while before we get any rain over here in the Carolinas. Also, we got some activity down just south of Monterrey, Mexico as well. Also some scattered activity off the coast of the Florida Keys, southeast of Miami, and everywhere else. Looks a Alright, you can see here we still got those winter storm warning, winter weather advisory standing from Minnesota through my north to south areas up here in portions of Nebraska. Wind advisory down here in portions of Kansas. Some flood advisory down here in portions of Texas as well. Also, we got a winter storm watch also in Colorado, plus red flag warning there as well, and also some freeze warning there also for portions of northern Colorado and portions of Utah, and also in Idaho, wind advisory there in portions of Idaho as well. Some freeze watches also in effect for you guys here in portions of California. Same up here in northern California, Oregon, frost advisory extended from western Washington State down in Oregon and northern California. Hard freeze warning there as well. Special weather statements also in California. Also some high wind watches in effect for Southern California as well. Alrighty, let's see. We still got those small craft advisories still in effect for coastal waters for off the Florida coast to the Florida Keys. Same over here from California to ports of Oregon as well, and also up here around the Great Lakes region as well. Alright, Hawaiian Chain Island looks a-okay. We still got some special weather statement for Alaska. In this minute, there's that snow and rain mixture over Montana back into Minnesota. Convective outlook for today. There's a general thunderstorm that took place in Texas as well. Zero was high. We had no hail reports, so that brought the total number to 7. Would not be surprised to see a few more. So maybe add up to maybe around 10 or 11 storm reports in all. in the elevated risk area. All right, now let's take a look at the National Hurricane Center forecast page, and then we'll wrap up the video. All right, you can see here the remnants of Tammy. Let's see. Yeah, this was 8. Well, this is 2 p.m. We'll go ahead and use it. All right. The northwestern Atlantic post-tropical cyclone Tammy, a strong extratropical cyclone, former Tammy, associated with an excluded front, is located several few hundred miles east-southeast of Bermuda. There's a possibility the system could regain tropical subtropical characteristics. Excuse me, while it meanders over the northwestern Atlantic through the early next week. Regardless of development, the system has the potential to bring gusty winds and heavy rainfall to Bermuda during the next couple of days. Interest in these areas should monitor the progress of the system. Information included hurricane force wind warning, high seas. See the high seas forecast issued by the National Weather Service and products from Bermuda Weather Service. Right now it has a 30% over the next 48 hours and the next 7 days. So we'll continue to monitor Tammy to see if any development comes out of this system. But right now it don't have a low chance now of development. But we'll continue to monitor and see if anything comes out over the next several days. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Everybody continue to stay safe and well. So enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, consider subscribing if you have not. We'll catch you back in the next video. So have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday evening, folks. Take care.